I anticipate Mr. Hiller trying to say that a political subdivision cannot require you to register a vehicle. That's true. However, the state of Texas can require you to register a vehicle, which I'm sure you're all aware because most everyone has their vehicle registered. And this officer, while she is a city police, can enforce state regulation. Thank you.
Can I rebuttal?
Yeah, so opening statement.
Okay. Okay. Is there any proof of me running the stop sign?
I'm sorry?
Is there any proof of me running that stop sign, or is it just hearsay?
So right now, it's just kind of the opening statement where you would kind of give a roadmap of what you expect the evidence to show, but you
Okay.
will have an opportunity, yes. We're not into the meat of the case.
Do I need to go over here? Or
No,
here?
you can
Okay.
stay right there. I'm just going to start the timer for the 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. How many of y'all have been through driver's ed? You remember driver's ed? Okay. You stop in front of the stop sign, where that means the stop sign's in front of you. If you drive around town, you'll notice most people pull past that. So I stopped in front of the stop sign. I've gone back to that spot, got out of the truck and walked to the front of the truck. I can't see where the officer had been sitting. And then as I'm rolling that day in question, as I was rolling forward, I told my wife, I was like, look, about time they start working this area. I see people not even brake coming through here. But I was rolling, kind of creeping forward as I was telling her this. We were going to get a hamburger. We got up to Salem. And when I pulled out into Salem, the close lane, I'm signaling to go left. And when I did, checking mirrors, I saw an officer, lights on, and I said to my wife, I was like, oh, they're going to go get somebody.
Ooh, they're going to go get you.
So then, as I'm turning the turning lane, at the light, Butch, one of the plumbing inspectors, was sitting there, and he's like, what? I said, I don't know. I think they're after me. So as I pulled left, she pulled in behind me. I pulled into the next neighborhood. And at no time was I ever told why I was pulled over. I had to read that on the ticket. So, I am challenging the stop sign. I tend to make sure I stop in residential areas. I've got my name all over the truck. It's a plumbing truck, personal truck. And as far as the registration, the prosecutor did say Texas codes. I am working off of the Texas codes and dispute that. That's all I have right now.
What you have is nothing, because according to the Texas Transportation Code, specifically 502.473, all vehicles operating on Texas roadways must have a valid registration. And according to Transportation Code 544.010, a driver must make a complete stop when there's a stop sign. But those are just codes, right? Now we're going to take some testimony from the officer who pulled this guy over, and we get to see some body cam of him trying to argue his defense on the side of the road.
So when the vehicle stopped the truck, what happened after that?
As I exit out of my patrol unit, the driver immediately exited out of the vehicle and reached into the back seat. I instructed the driver to stop as we were in the middle of the traffic stop. He stated that he was getting whatever information he needed to provide to me at the time.
Is that a common on a traffic stop?
It's not.
Do people usually just stay seated in the driver's seat?
They do.
And so this is a little out of the ordinary.
It is.
So when he got out of the vehicle, what happened after that?
He immediately became defensive, saying that he was providing me a packet of papers, stated that whatever information I needed was going to be in that packet that he provided.
Okay. So you mentioned body-worn camera. So is there body-worn camera in this stop?
There is.
And is there in-car video that captures the running the stop sign?
There is.
Did Mr. Hiller give you any identifying information during the stop?
He did not, aside from the packet that he gave me.
And what was the name on the packet that he gave you?
Once I looked through it, it did say Charles Hiller is one of the names.
Sir? Hello? Sir? Sir? You're on a traffic stop. You can put that, okay. There's no need to reach inside the, huh?
Give my information.
I didn't ask you to get out of the vehicle, so.
My information is in
Okay.
the back seat.
I didn't ask you to get out of the vehicle. It's officer safety thing.
You didn't say a damn thing other than when I got out of the vehicle, sir, you're on traffic stop.
What does this have to do with anything?
That's all the information you need.
For what?
Can everyone hear the
That's who
audio?
I am.
Okay.
There it is.
You don't have like a driver's license?
I don't drive.
You're driving a vehicle.
Traveling in a vehicle. I'm not operating in commerce, which is the only thing that you can.
Okay. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Officer Gallegos with the Victoria Police Department. The reason why I stopped you is you ran a stop sign in at the 300 block of Queensway. You did not stop, and you ran.
I ran it.
You drove through
Sure, I
this.
didn't
You did not stop.
slow down at all.
You did not.
Yeah, I was hitting the brakes and may not come
Nope.
to a total complete stop, but
Which is a violation of traffic
that
code.
is.
Which is a violation of traffic code. Okay.
That's
Do you have a
code.
driver's license with you?
I don't drive.
You're operating a motor vehicle.
I'm operating my personal property.
Okay. Go ahead and stand right here for me, okay? Or like, if you don't have a couple of these, can you back to the registered owners, please?
And you're parking in front of a fire hydrant.
Because I am
I love how sovereign citizens think that laws should apply to everyone else, just not them. If you pull over just beyond a fire hydrant, then it's common sense that the officer pulling you over may have to stop their car in front of the fire hydrant. But common sense is not common to everybody.
And in regards to driving, did he try to say he wasn't driving a motor vehicle?
That's correct. He tried to tell me that he was traveling and that he did not need a driver's license.
In looking up Mr. Hiller's information, was the vehicle registered to him?
The vehicle was registered to him.
And can you tell us a little bit more about whether or not that registration had lapsed?
It was lapsed. Whenever we run a license plate, we are able to confirm whether somebody does or does not have insurance, as well as the registration, the month and year of when it expires.
And in this situation, was the registration expired?
Correct. It expired December of 2023. Again, this traffic stop took place July 30th of 2024.
So it had been lapsed for some time.
Approximately 7 months.
So later in the video, do you ask Mr. Hiller to sign on the iPhone?
I do.
And how does that interaction go?
He initially stated he did not want to sign it and that he did not accept the citation.
Did Mr. Hiller eventually sign on the phone?
After speaking to his supervisor, he did.
I'll give you that.
I don't accept it.
If you don't accept it, you could possibly be going to jail.
I don't accept it. I wasn't driving.
You are operating a motor vehicle.
I was traveling in personal property.
You're operating a motor vehicle.
So basically, sir, just going to ask you to sign that right there. It's not
Mr. Hill.
On my pen? Or what? You don't need to sign anything on there. It's just on here. It's yours. It's okay.
so she's going to have you sign this thing right here.
What happens if someone does not agree to contact the court
accept your offer.
If somebody does not contact the court,
or does not sign to contact the court?
if somebody does not sign the citation, they could potentially be taken to jail so that they can essentially see the court, since they're not promising they're going to contact the
It's
court.
not saying that you're guilty. Just saying you promise.
And that's a
contact. That's all it
common
says.
practice.
We could be
Yes.
going to.
Sign it. I'll
You could be going-
contact him, but I'm not going to sign it.
That's all. By you signing it, it's just saying you're going to contact them. That's all it states.
I'm not getting a signature.
It's not for me. It's for the court. It has nothing to do with me. Well, here's my supervisor if you want to speak to him. But it's either you sign it or you could be going to jail. Those would be the options.
So he did eventually sign the ticket to avoid being taken to jail by a police officer who clearly doesn't have jurisdiction over him. But that's the end of the officer's testimony for the prosecution. Now it's time for the defendant to take his turn to cross-examine her.
In my mind, I came to a complete stop.
Do you have a question for this witness?
I do have a question. Thank you. First of all, thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
I welcome you to work that area still.
Yes, sir.
Again, like I told my wife, I was like, it's about time.
Do you have a question for this
I
witness?
do. Do you, are you aware of Murdoch versus State of Pennsylvania and the
I'm
findings there?
No, sir.
No state shall convert a liberty to a privilege and issue a license and charge a fee. Also, are you aware of Shuttlesworth versus the city of Birmingham, Alabama?
I am not.
Okay, the rulings there were,
Just questions, sir. You can ask her if she's aware of the rulings and then give this and state the ruling if you, according to you, if you'd like.
okay. Are you aware of Shapiro versus Thomason, established the right to travel freely and unencumbered?
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay. Apparently you're aware, or are you not, of the Texas traffic codes?
The Texas Transportation Code, I am
Yes.
familiar with it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of this particular one, 502.003?
Without you reading the title, I'm not, I don't know it off the numbers.
Section 502.003, registration by political subdivision prohibited. A, except as provided in subsection B, a political subdivision of this state may not require an owner of a motor vehicle to register said motor vehicle. 2, to pay a motor vehicle registration fee, or 3, pay an occupational tax or license fee in connection with a motor vehicle. B, this section does not affect the authority of a municipality to license and regulate the use of motor vehicles for compensation with the municipal limits and impose a permit fee or street rental charge for the operation of each motor vehicle used to transport passengers for compensation other than a motor vehicle operating under a registration certificate from department or a permit from the Federal Surface Transportation Board. C, a fee to charge under subsection may not exceed 2% of the annual gross receipts from the vehicle. D, this section does not impair the payment provisions of an agreement or franchisee from between a municipality and the owners or operators of motor vehicles used to transport passengers for compensation. Do you understand that?
Okay. I'm not sure what the question is.
The question is, the registration fees, you said mine were expired.
Your registration was expired.
It was,
Okay.
still is. I choose not to use that truck in a commercial capacity.
Is there a question? Sorry, got to redirect you. You will have an opportunity to address in a more statement format, but right now it's just questions.
Okay. How did you describe my actions at the stop?
Your actions or your demeanor? I'm not
Actions,
really.
demeanor.